This is brought to you by the Kansas City Business Association, located at 1601 East 18th Street, Suite 200F.
What's up, Kansas City? I'm Serenity, and today we have Terrence Williams,
Thank you.
the founders of Music and More Foundation. Hi, Terrence.
How you doing?
It's my knowledge you've been on the network before,
Yes.
so we're just kind of going to do a follow-up because I know you've been working on a lot of things since then. Tell us some upcoming things you have going on. I know you moved. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we haven't moved yet. We're still at the Hellsburg building on 31st and True. It's been there for 5 years. There's a building right around the corner. I think it used to be called The Cove. Has a 200-seat theater in there. Needs a lot of renovations. I talked to the owner about getting in there, and he's happy to have me in there. We just asked for the community support to help us renovate and repair. And for those of you that want to support, you can go to GoFundMe.com, the Arts Project.
So what is your long-term plans with that building?
We have 3 levels. Upstairs is a bar. It won't be a liquor bar. We're going to transform that into a juice bar. And downstairs is also an entertainment center where people can come and perform also. If they don't want to perform in the theater, they can perform downstairs.
So are you going to keep the old building, or are you just completely just moving to the new place?
No, I can't afford both of them. Donations are kind of low. But we're going to move all the way into the new building.
Okay.
Yes.
So give people a little bit of background about Music and More. What exactly you guys do? Are you as a nonprofit, or you work with a nonprofit?
We are a nonprofit. We're umbrellaed under the Greater Kansas City Community Foundation. We issue small grants to public access radio stations, the performing arts, and music organizations once we get the donations coming in. We've issued small grants to the Nelson Atkins Museum, Alvin Ailey, Kansas City, KKFI, a whole lot of people. And we just focus on local poets. Back then I could call on 12 poets, now I can call on about 68 poets, and we produce poetry events at all over Kansas City. The Unicorn Theater, Nelson Atkins Museum, at least 3 times a year. And we also take 2 coach buses all the way up to the Missouri State Capitol and produce a poetry event up there also.
Right. Tell us a little bit about that event. Like, what happens when you guys do that event?
It's to usher in the Malcolm X Commission. There'll be 5 people on that commission. Whenever the civil rights leader's birthday come around, any money that we put into the event, the state pays us back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you said something about the radio. You have a new radio show you're doing now.
Yes,
like, tell us a little bit about that.
And I'm proud of it. It's called The Poetry Scene Live. Comes on every second Sunday at 5 p.m. I got 3 poets hosting it: Brandon Amazing Nelson, Karis Harrington, and Ed Rollins. Our next show will be, I can't remember the date, but it's every second Sunday.
Second Sunday?
Yeah, 5 p.m.
Right.
We also got the Gospel of Poets, been around for about 3 or 4 years.
Has it been that long?
I think so.
Yeah, it has
It's
been a while. Because I remember, I think I was on one of the first shows or something.
I think you was. We started at KKFI, moved to KGGN, and now we're at KPRT. Every second Saturday at 6 p.m., Sherry Purpose Hall, she hosts that show.
All right. So anything else coming up, like shows?
Our next event will be at the Nelson Atkins Museum, April 8th at 6 p.m. It's called a Bold Poet Slam. I've never produced a slam before, so I'm hoping it goes well. I asked Envion Payne to help me out. I believe Karis Harrington will be hosting it, and I just hope it turns out well.
So what other things are you doing in the community? You got your 2 radio shows, the shows you do with the Nelson sometimes. You got the slam coming up. Any other thing? I know you're kind of involved. You do volunteering with different schools, like as far as with poetry is concerned. Anything else you got going on with that?
There's a lot of stuff that is happening. Our main focus right now is the new facility, getting that up and running. I'm hoping that we'll be in there and up and running by next year. I hope and I pray.
Are you going to do, I know one while you were doing some recordings talking about coming out with some CDs and things.
Yes.
So you guys still do that?
Yeah, that was a project about, I think, 2 years ago. We go down to, what is the name of that recording studio?
I know it's off of like 35th
In Maine or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We put that on hold right now because we had other projects coming up, but we're going to get back on that. It's called the Anthology of Bold Poets of Kansas City. Right now we got that on the back burner.
Okay. I just remember you were working on that. So
Yeah.
that's how I was, and that's how I was trying to get an update on what was going on with that.
Yeah, we're still working on it. We're going to go back to it once we get into the building. I'm hoping to put a studio inside the new facility also.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. That's
Yeah.
always like, you know, as far as you moving, that's a big deal because you said you got the theater, you got the recording studio in there, and of course you're gonna have that's where Music and More home is gonna be.
Yes, the new home.
Wow.
Yeah.
So about how much do you think it's gonna take to renovate that whole building?
Right now the GoFundMe account is set up at $14,000. It might not take that much. We're asking for volunteers to come help out. But first we got to get the materials. We got to get the wood for the floors, carpet squares, lighting. Right now we're working on the roof to stop the leaks from coming in. So it's going to take a lot of work to get us up and running.
So how would somebody get in contact with you?
Mhm.
Of course you want them to listen to the radio show, so
That's
you might
right.
want to tell them again when those come on, just so people get a little, you know, drill in the brain.
Drill in the brain.
Right.
The Gospel of Poets every second Saturday at 6 p.m. with Sherry Purkis Hall on KPRT, 1590 AM. And the Poetry Scene live every second Sunday at 5 p.m. hosted by Karis Harrington, Ed Rollins, Brandon Mason Nelson. Like I said, every second Sunday at 5 p.m. Listen to those stations. That's on 95.3 FM, by the way.
I have a good question about the second show. What makes it different from the one that Sherry does?
The one that Sherry does is more of a, I would say, community-based. People listen to it. She does her poetry. We have a Business of the Month on there. She just takes it and runs with it.
Mm-hmm.
The poetry scene, just like the name, is more surrounded around poetry events. We have featured poets that come on the show. Our last featured poet was Sherry Purkis Hall. That's right. Our next featured poet will be Theory. For those of you who don't know Theory, phenomenal poet. Look him up on Facebook, Theory. And we also do a Poet of the Month in the Dispatch Post USA.
Yes, that's new.
Yes, that is new.
You had said Brandon was the...
He was the first one.
Okay.
8,000 readers.
Oh.
Yeah, 8,000 readers.
And the Dispatch, give us a little background on what that's a newspaper.
Yeah, it's a local newspaper. It's ran and owned by David Jordan. I called him up one day. I said, "Hey, I want to do First Friday poetry for the community." He said, "That sounds cool." Our next featured poet, should I tell him?
I mean, if you want to reveal it.
I'm not telling y'all nothing. Y'all gonna have to.
I mean, the first Friday about to come up is next. Yeah, not even a week away.
Yeah, not even a week away. But I'm not telling y'all nothing. Y'all gonna have to pick up the Dispatch Post. Y'all can pick it up at 7-Eleven on Gillum and Truce. Y'all can pick it up at Mad Jack's on Truce. Y'all can also pick it up at 18th and Vine at Joey Cuts. Y'all can pick it up there.
Okay. Well, as we was trying to go into, how would somebody get in contact with you? That's your email, contact, any of that.
The email address is kdpublishingdotcom@gmail.com. You can phone me at 816-612-7640. Instead of calling me, just text me. I'll respond to that quicker. And Facebook, facebook.com/kdpublishing.com.
All right. Well, thank you, Sierra.
Thank you, Gigi. Oh, and congratulations on the 1-year anniversary of the show.
Yes. I've been here for a year. Yep. Per your recommendation
Thank you.
of coming here, and I really appreciate that because I like hosting the show.
That's good.
So, but thanks again. All right, I'm Serenity, reminding you to spit your piece And make sure you check out whatsupkansascity.net.
That's right.
I'm IFBB Bikini Pro Cat Williams, and when I'm not working out in the gym, I'm searching the web on Cascade Media and What's Up Kansas City. So make sure you check them out.